Welcome to the Locked In Pod.
We're your hosts,
Mina
and Shelly, here to bring you the conversations you didn't know you needed.
If you're ready to dive deep into unapologetic authenticity, you're in the right place.
But fair warning, if you're not here to be real and embrace your truth, this might not be the vibe for you.
We're on a mission to elevate our personal growth journeys through faith, breaking generational curses, and holding ourselves accountable.
So, if you're looking to surround yourself with positive energy and find tools to help you level up, lock in with us.
All right.
We are here.
Yes. Welcome to the Locked In Pod.
Yay!
We made it.
We here.
We made it through
Season 1, episode 1.
That's begun. We made it through 7 teasers.
7 teasers, yeah.
Which teaser was your favorite? Which one caught your attention?
What topics you liked? What made you think about something you've never thought about before? What gave you a different perspective on life? Yeah, tell us all. We want to hear it. I'm so excited.
In the comments. I know. I feel like a big part of this was just doing it and saying that we wanted to do it and actually just seeing it through. Yeah. I think that's what life is about. You say you want to do it, you got to see it through. So this is us seeing it through.
Seeing it through, taking it really day by day, because this was just an idea, and then one day we was like, well, let's see what it would look like if we did this, and we just started playing with ideas and really just brainstorming, and every time we came upon something we liked, we like, okay, we're gonna stick with this, and then we just kept building from there. Yeah,
like some Legos. I was watching, I told you about the YouTubers today, and one of the guys, he has Lego collections, and I feel like that's what it is. We just have like a bunch of little building blocks, and we're just putting them together. We building a Lego lock in honor of Loc'd. Okay, so first of all, who are we, right? How do we get here? What is Locked In? I don't know. You want to go first? Who are you?
Who am I? Ew, I love this question. I'm like, dang, who am I? No, but I'm Michelle. You guys can call me Shelly. We could go down a list. I'm a dancer. I'm a social worker who's not currently in practice, but the degree I got completed. Okay. I am a bartender. I'm adventurous. She has
many hats. Okay.
Literally, we could be here and I can go down because everything could be titled into something. But yeah, all in all, I feel I am a student of life. I love to be challenged. I love to explore new things. Yeah, and if I have the ability to do something, my mindset, my mentality is always like, why not? Let's just see what happens. And that's kind of the reason this friendship started, or it played a really big part in that. So yeah, that's me.
That's Shelly, y'all. Okay, so I think this question is funny because one of the devotionals, my reflection was like, something I always thought about was like, am I enough? And I feel like in this moment, me introducing myself to you guys is a declaration to saying like, yeah, you are enough. So that's first, I am enough. But my name is Menagerie. That's my whole first name, yes. People ask me, like, is that your first and your last name? That's my first name. But you guys can call me Mina. I think that's a nickname I got in high school. And it just kind of stuck. Those are the first 4 letters of my name. My name is 10 letters long, so first 4. Mina, yeah, I can hold that one down. I am a multi-passionate human being. And oftentimes people kind of discourage me for being a multi-passionate
Mhm.
human being, because they're like, you need to pick one thing and you need to focus on this, and I'm like, that never fit who I am. So I am a chef. I am a dancer as well. That's a part of how we met. I am a life coach in the making. I have to hold myself accountable to finish what I need to finish to make sure that title is secure. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. I am a friend. I'm a sister. I am a locked queen. I am a believer.
Period.
Okay. Loud and proud, baby. Okay. I know whose I am. So that's who I am. And that is who I want you guys to be able to have access to. That's who she has access to. So thank y'all for meeting your host.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you for being here. If you're here because the teasers brought you here, if you're here, this is the very first time you're even hearing our voices or seeing our faces. Thank you for taking interest in our journey, and thank you for bringing us along on yours. Yeah, just thank you in advance.
Yes.
Forever grateful, whether it's 10 people or one. Even if it's zero.
we're appreciative of just whatever, you know.
Just the opportunity to be able to share and learn. Because I feel like in having just conversations, there's so much we've learned about each other. So I can only imagine the things we're gonna experience and hear and learn from our viewers. So yeah, this wouldn't be possible without you guys. So
without y'all,
thank you.
At whatever point in your journey you joined us at this video or another one, or this episode rather, thank you. In Yad's video, there will be a visual to this, so if you're listening,
yes, head to YouTube right now.
See what we look like.
Head to Patreon right now.
We were told we were fun the other day or whatever. And I think I have to agree.
A little something, okay. You know?
A little something. I think we're pretty dope women.
Yeah.
I really do, if I can say so myself. You know, you got to give yourself your flowers.
You have to.
You definitely do.
Big up yourself.
Oh, we're extra large. Extra large. Y'all gonna get some jokes too, because we are also very funny.
Oh yeah, hilarious. I tell people all the time. I tell her all the time. I'm funny. People just don't be knowing.
Yep.
If you never thought I was funny, you ain't get that close.
Nope. I mean, you really did. I say that all the time. If you didn't get my that close. Silly side, you didn't. You know, when I knew that moment, I was like, wow, we really that close. When I hit that stop, drop, and roll on the floor in the living room, I'm like, oh, I'm really doing this right
and now. I was just watching like, look at her go.
Full. That's how you know that's your friend for real. If you can do whatever and you don't have to think about what they're gonna think, feel, say, that's how you know that's.
And they're not phased. When you're not phased, that's when you know it's like
that's your person. That's part of your tribe. Yes.
Yeah.
So now that you are here, now that they're here, what can you expect? What is?
Oh, I'd be like, first of all, once you hear, you stuck. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're gonna want to come back. You're gonna want to hear the next episode. You're gonna want to see the next episode.
She's not lying. She's not lying.
Sorry.
She's not lying.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
You'll love it here.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, what can you look forward to? What does this look like? What does Locked In mean? What topics are going to be on the table?
I feel like we was talking about earlier. Every time somebody asks me what the podcast is about or what kind of conversations we have, I feel like my answer expands every time, because I'm like, oh, I forgot about, or we could actually we're planning on talking about. So just knowing what we do intend to talk about and just knowing what we have already talked about, it's a little bit of everything. Like right now, the conversation, we're including you in it with the visuals.
Yes.
Otherwise, without the cameras, without the mics, like it's
anyway.
Just us talking. It's a regular day. So it's a little bit of everything, because this pod is really just an inside look into what our friendship is.
And how we got here.
Yeah.
Literally how we got here. We used to just randomly have conversations about what our day was like, experiences, things that we wanted to share with one another. And the conversations just became like so good. And it's like, this could help somebody or a few people, or this might be relatable, or somebody else probably went through this and doesn't know that I did too. So yeah, this is just us inviting you into our friendship. So this is very intimate, so as we are honored to have you, it's an honor for us to be able to share something so intimate. So be nice, y'all. Okay.
Okay.
We're believers.
Yes.
But we also are still a work in progress. So don't.
All right.
Okay. We just had to. I
don't
had to
play,
put that,
because you're gonna fuck around and find out.
I have to put that in there. Okay. So yeah, this is not. They have financial literacy podcasts. They have marriage podcasts. They
motivational, self-help, relationships.
They have everything. They have educational ones. But this is just an intimate setting for you to take what we've learned on our journeys and apply it in yours in whichever ways you see fit. Because some of the lessons that we've learned universally have played parts in our lives at different areas and different points. And just talking about stuff with each other, it helps us through so many things. Like what you went through with the last guy you dated, what I went through with the last guy I dated, like the tips that we were able to just like recycle and be like, remember this, remember when we, so that's just it, y'all. That is why you guys are here. This is a new atmosphere for us right now. Like a lot of things have been shifted. Hence the title of this episode. If you didn't look at the title, good, go back and look at it. Okay.
Take a second right now.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Press pause and come back. Like there's a shift in motion, and we've been feeling that for a long time. In so many ways, like so many different ways.
It's crazy. So how, I guess we can talk about how we met then. Because even I feel like the first time we had the opportunity to really spend time together and talk, we just talked, and it was just question. I don't even know if it was more so questions. It was just the way our stories intertwine is so crazy, even before having met one another. So it was like one discovery after another, and it was like, oh shit, you did that too? Oh, you too? No way you think about that, because I thought about that yesterday. Or like my mom did the same thing or experienced the same thing. And it just continued, just like how the pod, it was a build up. The friendship literally was just a build up. And in a matter, I don't even know the time frame. It
just happens so
instantly,
fast.
Literally. So it was a bus ride home.
A bus ride home.
To find out we lived, 2 blocks away from around the corner. Literally.
Like, get out of here. Things happen divinely, and I do believe that God divinely puts us in each other's pathway.
There's no doubt about
it
at all.
If you at this moment can take a second and think about people like that in your life, say a little prayer for them, check on them, call them, text them. People like this, people like I just described, are irreplaceable. Okay, so when somebody is divinely sent to you, take care of them, take care of the friendship, nurture it. Like, we're honest with each other at times. If one of us is not feeling it, we are honest. Like, I don't got it to give right now. And that is what keeps this real, raw, and authentic. And that's what you're going to get here. You want to know what you can expect. 100%. You can expect real, raw, and authentic. That's really just how we could define it. We met. Ooh, child. The circumstances are unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. I'm a work in progress, so I'm gonna keep it cute. But the experience was unfortunate. It was our introduction to pole dancing, and which
is a phenomenal thing. If you're a woman, if you're a person, period, because it's not even exclusive to women. If you are anybody who enjoys the feeling of being, and it's such a freeing feeling that comes with pole dancing. It's so liberating. It if you have trouble with your confidence, with being sexy, feeling sexy, like
Ooh.
pole dance will do that for you. So I had to say that, because if you haven't had a class, do it. And it's so much fun, because even me personally, it took me so long to do a pole class, because it just me in my own head. It's the most fun thing you will ever do.
It's freeing. It lets you remove who you're not, and you get to be who you really want to be. Because think about how we kind of dial down our sex appeal because of how it's sexualized and how it's received and things like that. So pole dancing frees that out of you, okay? And that is something that brought us together. And I feel like I don't want to give the story energy because it doesn't need it. But let's just say we met some really great people because of the journey. We met each other because of the journey.
Right.
We acquired a new hobby because of the journey. And because
so it didn't go in vain at all.
No, we got
it was just very unfortunate.
The experience was unfortunate, y'all. Okay, if you know what's in real life, then you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what's in real life,
it's okay.
Then it's okay. Just
know it brought us together. That's all you need to know. That's
brought us together, okay? And in lieu, I feel like of this shift in motion, something that we wanted to be was intentional. Something that we wanted to be was prepared. And to be honest, the only way I'm ever prepared is if God is with me. And that's
at all
something
times
that we knew going into this journey would not be possible if we didn't take him with us. Because baby, try and navigate it on your own if you want to. Trust me, it's not going to end well. So
it's not. And I feel like this pod, or just coming to this point of broadcasting our conversations, didn't start at the top of the year. I feel like it was a result of us praying and fasting. We did one for the new year. I think, oh wow, it was a 21 day. That is crazy.
Days again.
That is crazy. I just realized. Yeah. So yeah, I feel in doing that and being honest with each other about how the process was, and even giving each other grace, like, okay, I didn't do the Bible plan for today, or I didn't complete whatever I wanted to do, but always letting each other know, like, it's okay. We're humans. This is the first time we're doing something like this. And I feel like as we continue building on not only our trust in each other and our relationship with each other, but our relationship and trust with God individually.
Yeah.
And as a result, I feel like that just gave us the setting to feel safe enough to be like, listen, this is an idea. Why don't we
do it?
Start miking up? And it was just as a result of us making a commitment from then and there that we were gonna prioritize ourselves and the things we wanted out of life and the things we wanted to accomplish. So that hence the name Lock In, because it was time to really double down and double down and really commit to our ideas, our visions.
To build better trust within ourselves, and within that we're building trust within God, because we're being women of our word. We're doing what we said we were going to do. And this, I feel like anytime we fast, there's always so much clarity, and it comes in heavy. Like, God don't play.
No.
Okay, it'd be like instantaneous. Like, you know what? You decided to sacrifice and be obedient to what my word says, because it does say it in the word if you're a believer. And it's something that I've learned over our Bible plan. Shelly just mentioned the Bible plan, and we're doing one right now. And like she said, we give each other grace. Some days look different than others, but you catch up, you hold yourself accountable. We're honest. But something that the Bible plan has been showing is like the book of Ezra, and what his sacrifice in that time did for him. It had like a hedge of protection around him, that no matter where he went, he was okay. And he could have been in the most desolate of places. He could have been in the most dangerous of places. You know how we get these alerts when we go to different countries? Mexico, crime alert. Whatever, DR, crime alert. We can walk into any of those territories and know that because of prayer, supplication, fasting, and us giving things in sacrificial ways to God, we know that we have a hedge of protection. So this fast has been, it's just been a shift, if nothing else, like a literal shift. Okay, guys. Like,
and I'm here just in agreement because I'm literally experiencing the same thing. Like, it's so many moments that we'll just be just talking, venting, and we're like, yo, the other one is like, yo, that's crazy because this is what's happening in my life.
Just in a little different way.
Yeah,
Thing.
same thing, just two different people, literally.
Fasting. It's if you've never done it, so this is us talking about it from a spiritual standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
but if you haven't gotten there on your journey or if you don't quite know what that looks like for you yet, that's cool. There are other benefits to fasting, like health wise.
Yeah, it helps your body reset. Like, people detox all the time. I feel like fasting is one of the healthiest and conscious way to detox, because you're doing it in a healthy way, in a more natural way. You're not starving yourself. You're still, I mean, there's different types of fast, so I feel like it's different things for different people, and it's all dependent on what it is that you're looking for, like the reasonings why you're fasting. One of the things I had to learn was that fasting does not mean I'm losing. It's just physical. Like, fasting does not mean I'm gonna lose weight and have a six pack by day 22. You know what I mean? You're literally cleansing your body from a spiritual standpoint. So you're revitalizing your organs. You're making sure like your heart, like everything, every organ in your body, gets a cleanse.
It needs a break at times, like a pause.
So it can work the way it's meant to function.
Think about how, well, I feel like a lot of people are not educated in this area, but your body works a lot to digest things. So if you gave your body a break from digesting like really heavy or really dense things or really sugary things or really fatty things, you give your body a chance to like reset. So it's always really good to reset and observe like how my skin looks different, how my hair looks different, how even if I'm not actively in the gym or as active as I would be if I was eating, more food, my body is still like contained, or it's in a size that is regulated. Yeah. Type of thing.
Yeah, so I was gonna say it's not being overworked the way it usually is.
It's a push, but you have to tap into your discipline when it comes to it, and also the people around you. You gotta have people around you that support you, because
otherwise it makes it 10 times harder.
Yeah, it's not easy. So tips for fasting, if we could give you any, if you're interested doing it from a spiritual or like just a physical standpoint, I would say like set your why. Like what are you looking to get out of it? What is it that you need from life? What is it that you need from God? What is it that you see as a constant like repeat offender, and you're like, this doesn't feel good, I need it to be removed. Sometimes fasting gives you the strength to do it. If I can be honest, the ability to see things clearly when it comes to intimate relationships is definitely a thing that fasting has done for me. It gives you the chance to like remove the lens, because something during fasting that a lot of people give up is sex as well, or intimacy with another person. So removing that type of connection with a person allows you to see things really
very clearly,
like crystal clear. You know, when you go to the eye doctor, or if you ever went, how you can see the different lenses. It's like, that's what was there.
Or 3.
Yes, you taking me closer. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. You get like a inside. That's God's microscope. Yeah. Fasting.
I see it as the glass being shattered. Like that idea that whether it was genuinely there or not, because love is truly blind, no matter what level it is on. You're always seeing your partner or your relationship through a like rose-colored glass. Yep. And it's like everything is good, even though you might notice, and one day you're looking at something like, now something is telling you that it's off.
Yeah, man.
But you excuse it because you're like, oh, maybe I'm in my head. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Yeah. But once that glass shatters, where you reach your the top of the top, whatever's the cherry on top, because everybody has their final straw, whatever that is, and that glass shatters. Now you see everything for what it truly is.
Yeah. So that's a look at what fasting does for you. Removing things that we gravitate towards as distractions really gets to the root of some stuff, y'all. So that's definitely a suggestion that I would give for anybody interested in fasting. Be ready to do that. Like really remove those things that are blinding you in certain ways.
I know for me, it took me so long to. I've always wanted to, or I don't know if I can say I've always wanted to, but I've always been curious about it. Like, when it was Lent, I wouldn't mind doing that because it meant social media. It meant no soda, no fast food, no sex. But then it was just really from taking away. It was only looking at the physical desires, not from a spiritual standpoint or from an emotional standpoint. So I was fine doing 40 days, just not going on certain things, but I wasn't really attacking or focusing on the things that I'm truly like I have a pattern on, or truly making sacrifices. That's what I'll say. Like I was making the easy sacrifices. Like I could live 40 days without social media. I could live 40 days without talking after 10 p.m. or I can set a bedtime. Yeah, I never, but the hard ones, I'm like, nah, I don't need to do that. I don't need to fast from that or sacrifice that. So this was the first time I ever was like, no, we doing this, we're doing this, and we're doing this. And yeah, it's going to be hard, but that's how you prove that it's worth whatever you're doing. So it was like, how can I tell God I want his protection, I want his blessings, but I'm nervous about giving up something that I know I do not need. Yeah, so it becomes easier once you realize you don't need a lot of things. It's easier to take it day by day. So for me, because it was something that this is the first time I was really sacrificing, I wanted the answers. So now I had experience with someone, a few people who fasted. So I remember asking them like, hey, I remember you mentioned you fasted one time. Like, what did you do? Because when you don't know, you want to make sure you're doing it the right way too. Because like I said, there's different types of fasts, and different things work for different people. So find out what's going to work for you for your first time. Like the first time you do a juice detox, you shouldn't try to go a month with only juices. Like try replacing one meal with a juice and then move to two meal replacements until you can go the full day. Because that was my thing too. Anytime I did a juice detox or anything like that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go 7 days, nothing but liquid. Yeah. Day 4, I wanted pizza. So that's when the cleanse ended.
That's when it ended, of course. Well, you made it 4 days. That's 4 days more.
I made it 4 days, and in those 4 days, at the time, my reasoning for detoxing was to lose weight. I had lost 8 pounds in those 4 days, so I'm like, dang, imagine, because I was also working out during that time. Okay. All right, so that's it for today's episode. We couldn't give you everything for the first one. We got to keep you coming back for more. So we're gonna stop it there. But before we end it, we do want to give you our biggest takeaways, things we want you to leave with after watching this episode.
Yeah, it's like if you were taking notes, or if you have like a pin, when you put a pin in something and you highlight something, what do we want to highlight from today? I would definitely say highlighting what it is to really lock in with yourself, because locking in with yourself unlocks so many other answers as to who you are and what you were put on this earth to do, to be honest. So if nothing else, if you get nothing else from today, learn like what you need in this life to be the best you possible. Because once you have that down packed, once you have a technique there, a strategy, whatever the case may be, everything else is going to make sense. So if I could ask you guys to take anything from today, it would be that would be one of my biggest takeaways.
For me, it would really just be to stand 10 toes down on what it is you need to do for you. Put yourself first and genuinely do that. Don't just say that and then you're not keeping your word to yourself, or you say you was gonna get something done and now it's 2 weeks later. Really honor yourself and put yourself first, because most people that I know, their profession is human services. So they're providing a service to somebody else. You cannot take care of your clients, your customers, your friends, your family, your loved ones before you take care of yourself.
Okay.
It's going to allow you to have something in your cup for you to be able to pour it out.
We're gonna have references, okay? See how there's water in here?
Right, it's real.
I can, if there were a couple people in here with some cups, I could do like this. But at some point, I get like halfway. I need to say, hold on, y'all. Before I can give y'all my other half, let me make sure I fill back up.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect example to what Shelly just said. Make sure you always full, because you can't pour from something empty.
Because one thing's for sure, we would not be right here sharing this video, talking to you guys, had we not made the decision to put ourselves first in our individual lives and make sure we honor that in our friendship with each other. So yeah, that's my takeaway for this episode. Make sure you follow us, right? This is just the start. This is just the start of your journey with us, our journey with you guys. So
where can you find us?
Oh, yes.
We are on the socials. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on Patreon. And trust and believe there will be more to come. I'm not a fan of like Twitter and Threads and all that stuff. Yeah, but maybe Michelle can hold that down for y'all.
We're gonna see.
I'm not sure about adding those into the equation just yet. Maybe a little later down the line. Y'all give us some incentive to do it. Maybe we can work it in there. But for now, Locked In Pod on everything. Search it. If you do not follow us personally on Instagram, we can put that in the description for you. But for those listening, my Instagram is at MinaJ 2_.
And mine is at Michelle.Christine 2_.
Yes, so you guys get locked in with us. Like I said, we are some dope humans. We do a lot of dope things in this world. People meet us all the time and are like, you guys do this too, and this, and this. And it's like, yeah, God gave it to me. I'm going to use it.
For real.
So use what he gave you.
Yes.
Okay? Until next time, thank you for tuning in to episode 1. We started season 1 off right, baby. Okay? We will see you next time.
Thank you. See you next time.
It looks like that's a wrap on today's episode of the Locked In Pod.
We appreciate you for being a part of our journeys and taking us along on yours. Make sure you hit us up on all our platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and TikTok. We want you in our community.
Remember, we drop new episodes every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Set those reminders and turn those post notifications on.
And don't sleep on us. Stay locked in with us in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts and stories.
Until next time, keep it unapologetic and authentic.